St. Thomas students are having their semester in Rome cut short after a coronavirus outbreak in Milan, Italy.
And the Tommie Scholarship Fund gets bigger thanks to a generous donor.
Those topics and more today on Top Stories.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us for this edition of Top Stories. I'm Leila Weah.
In this show, we give you a rundown of Tommie Media's biggest stories. I'm Emily Haugen. After a new coronavirus outbreak in northern Italy, the University of St. Thomas announced it is closing the BERNARDI campus in Rome on March 6th. The university urges students to return to the U.S. as soon as possible and to self-monitor for symptoms for 14 days before returning to campus. The closure will affect 54 students, including students from the Catholic Studies and St. John Vianney programs. In an email, Provost Richard Plum wrote, "University-related international travel is no longer permitted until the end of the spring semester."
30 future Tommies will each receive a $30,000 scholarship next fall. The $20 million donation will come from the estate of Irvin Canthak, a 1959 St. Thomas graduate. Students from the Canthak Scholars Program will receive $10,000 their first 2 years and $5,000 their last 2 years at St. Thomas. President Sullivan also said that $50,000 will be set aside to assist students who face unexpected hardships.
Students applying to St. Thomas are no longer required to submit their ACT or SAT scores as the university transitions to a test-optional university beginning fall 2021. The goal of the switch is to make St. Thomas more accessible to students around the country. This change will allow for more need-based scholarships.
First-year student Penny Grothy is running an earring business from the comfort of her dorm. Reporter Mia Lauby and chief video editor Taylor Shoup have the story.
College freshmen often buzz to find a source of income. With a minor in entrepreneurship, freshman Penny Grothy started her own business, but isn't in it for the money, honey.
I just started making earrings for my friends at first, and then it was people I didn't really know, and then I had to start charging them, and then I realized I could really make something out of something I actually enjoyed doing.
Something that combines her passions for art and nature.
To me, what you wear and what you put on your ears, it's more supposed to complement the person. And I think that using elements from nature, like bugs or butterflies or flowers, is really cool.
One specific bug helped business bloom.
I have a lot of bees, and that was actually the most successful collection.
I was following her on Instagram and I saw that she was posting her bee collection, and I thought it was super cute, so I bought her necklace from it, and it's this one. It's just a little bee.
A little bee with a big impact.
I am actually talking with a couple nonprofits to resell the bees and give that money to the wildlife reservations in Australia.
While nothing is finalized, Penny continues selling jewelry with prices that don't sting. For TommieMedia.com, I'm Mia Lauby.
In the future, Grothy hopes to donate some of the money from her nature-inspired art to charity.
Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar dropped out of the presidential race Monday, only one day before Super Tuesday. Before exiting the race, she had a narrow lead over Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders in a February 23rd Star Tribune poll. Klobuchar and Pete Buttigieg both endorsed Joe Biden after ending their campaigns. Those endorsements helped former Vice President Joe Biden capture Minnesota with 39% of the vote, and 7 other states on Super Tuesday. Since then, candidates Mike Bloomberg and Senator Elizabeth Warren have dropped out of the race.
The long-standing Tommie-Johnnie football rivalry will come to a ceremonial end in the U.S. Bank Stadium next fall. St. John's University announced the annual grudge match will be played November 7th in the Vikings' 62,000-seat stadium. The teams have recently played in the Allianz and Target fields, but U.S. Bank will be the largest venue to host the rivalry.
And those are Tommie Media's top stories. Thank you for joining us.
View these stories and more at TommieMedia.com. With Emily Haugen, I'm Leila Weah for Tommie Media's top stories.